The Young and the Restless spoilers. Full Fridays update. The 5th of June, 2026. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday. A beautiful day to dive straight into the absolute mess that is Genoa City right now. Grab a huge cup of coffee and let's get into it because we have so much ground to cover today and things are getting incredibly complicated. And honestly, I am still just trying to process everything that happened with the Newman family this week. Because wow, just wow. We have to start with Victor and Nick because the tension there is just off the charts right now. So, Victor and Nick just narrowly escaped death, which is something this family hasn't really had to deal with in this specific way for years. I mean, sure, there's always drama, always some corporate takeover or someone getting blackmailed, but this raw life or death survival stuff, it hits different. And on Wednesday, the whole question of what to do about Matt Clark's future completely split Victor and Nick into two very distinct, very angry camps. But let's back up for a second, because the current deal they have going on is so incredibly messy. Like, unbelievably messy. Matt actually saved Nick's life at the office, which is a wild twist considering everything that happened in Vegas. Remember the abandoned gas station? Nick being tied up and drugged while Sharon and Noah had to watch? Yeah, that was Matt's fault. But now Matt is currently being kept safe at the Newman Ranch under Victor's very watchful eye. And here's the kicker. Nick actually agreed to go to rehab, which we all know he desperately needs, but he only agreed to do it in exchange for getting face-to-face time with the guy who literally terrorized his family. He wants access to Matt. And Victor? Victor actually agreed to keep Matt alive long enough for that to happen. So both sides are supposed to be honoring this twisted little agreement. Nick is doing his part, Victor is doing his. But now that they are actually in the middle of it, the father and son are realizing they are not even close to being on the same page about how this story is supposed to end. And it is getting ugly. Fast. Nick wants revenge. Pure and simple. He is so angry. He wants Matt to know exactly what he is paying for. He wants him to suffer. And honestly, can you blame him? After everything Matt put him through, pushing him to absolute rock bottom, Nick is broken. He is a broken man right now. But Victor just wants control. Classic Victor, right? He always has to be the one pulling the strings. He wants to handle this whole Matt Clark situation without having to literally or figuratively burn down the ranch. He wants it clean, or at least as clean as Victor Newman gets. And the problem is that both of these men have so much history and so much baggage that their positions are just incredibly dangerous. This isn't just a minor disagreement over a business deal. This conversation, this clash of egos, it could literally determine everything for so many people. It affects Phyllis, it affects Patty, it affects Sienna Bacall, and obviously, it affects the entire Newman family structure. Usually, when Victor and Nick butt heads over something this massive, it does not end with a peaceful compromise. One of them always has to break. And Genoa City is about to find out exactly which Newman man is going to blink first. My money's on Victor being stubborn, but Nick has nothing left to lose, so who knows? What were they thinking making this deal in the first place? Anyway, let's pivot, because we really need to talk about Devin and Lily. Because Lily finally gave Devin some incredibly strict, harsh advice, and it is about time somebody did. Let's be real. Lily has been watching her brother just absolutely spiral for weeks now. Devin has been completely insufferable. He just cannot let go of his anger over Mariah and Kane, and he is constantly obsessing over how his family has been hurt. And on Wednesday, Lily just decided she could not stand by and watch him self-destruct anymore. She gave him the reality check of a lifetime, and it was glorious to watch. The conversation between them was so tense. Like, cut the tension with a knife kind of tense. Devin had just heard from Abby that his anger might actually be directed at himself, because he feels like he failed to protect his son during the kidnapping. Which, maybe I'm being too harsh, but Abby is kind of right. Devin is projecting so hard right now. He literally went to see Mariah at the clinic just to tell her he couldn't forgive her. Who does that? The woman is in a mental health facility. And then he just keeps yelling at Lily about Kane, just nonstop complaining about Kane. But Lily was not having it. She kept reminding him, over and over, that Kane actually saved Malcolm's life. Kane stepped up when it mattered. And on Wednesday, Lily just completely lost her patience. She told her brother exactly what he needed to hear, straight to his face, no sugarcoating. And a Lily who finally calls out Devon's toxic habits is a Lily who refuses to let him drown alone. It was such a powerful moment. She basically forced him to look in the mirror and face the person he has been hiding from ever since the kidnapping happened. Fans on social media have been screaming for someone, anyone, to put Devon in his place. We have all been waiting for someone close enough to Devon Winters to just metaphorically assassinate his ego and bring him back down to earth. And on Wednesday, his little sister finally stepped up and did it. I just hope he actually listens to her, because if he keeps pushing Abby away and holding on to this bitterness, he is going to lose everything. He already made a fragile peace with Abby, but he is holding on way too tight. He needs to let the anger go. Okay, moving on to Noah and Sienna, because this is another storyline that is just making me so anxious. Sienna Bacall has been through so much lately. She literally watched her ex, Matt Clark, come back from the dead. That alone is enough to mess someone up for life. And now, she is standing by Noah Newman, while the whole Newman family is trying to glue the pieces of their lives back together after the Vegas nightmare. But on Wednesday, she pulled Noah aside to express some really serious concerns about his new business venture. And Noah, who is finally starting to get his balance back after everything, suddenly has to hear something he completely did not expect from the one woman who has been his rock through this entire ordeal. Whatever this new business project is, Sienna sees a massive risk that Noah is just completely blind to. And she has every right to point it out. She has earned that right. Think about where Noah's head is at right now. He has spent the last few weeks watching his dad overdose in the office. He had to stand there in that abandoned gas station with his mom, Sharon, and watch Matt Clark torment them. Noah is traumatized. He is desperately searching for something solid to hold on to, something he can control. He wants a win. And Sienna knows him well enough to realize that he might be grabbing onto the wrong thing just because he is desperate for stability. It makes total sense that she's worried. I am worried. Noah has a history of just kind of getting swept up in the collateral damage of his family's mess, and he needs to be careful here. I really hope he listens to Sienna, because she is seeing things clearly while he is still looking through the lens of trauma. And finally, we have to talk about Nate and Stephanie. The hospital drama is always humming in the background, but Nate is stepping up to help Stephanie make a really tough decision. We know Lily just delivered some major, hopeful news to Dr. Stephanie Simmons and Holden Novak about the medical breakthrough for Malcolm. Kane is involved, the bone marrow search is intense, and the stakes are literally life and death. So whatever decision Stephanie has to make, it has to be connected to this. Nate is a good doctor, and he knows how to navigate these impossible medical ethics situations, but it just adds another layer of stress to an already incredibly stressful week in Genoa City. Is it about Holden? Is it about the treatment protocol for Malcolm? Whatever it is, Nate helping her means it is serious. Honestly, looking at the bigger picture here, everything is just boiling over. Victor and Nick are at each other's throats over a man who should probably be in prison or worse. Devon is being forced to confront his own demons by his sister, who is tired of his excuses. Noah is trying to build a future while standing on a foundation of unhealed trauma, and Sienna is trying to save him from himself. It all just feels so heavy, you know? Like the writers are just pushing every single character to their absolute breaking point right before May sweeps. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that Adam is still out there, being all cold and strategic, probably plotting his next 5 moves while everyone else is just reacting to the chaos. Or the fact that Sally is holding on to this massive pregnancy secret while Billy is just cluelessly trying to romance her. It is all going to blow up. Every single secret, every single grudge, it is all a ticking time bomb. But that is why we watch, right? We love the mess. We love seeing Victor try to outsmart everyone while his family crumbles around him. We love seeing Lily find her voice and put Devin in his place. We love it all. I just don't know how Nick is going to survive this rehab deal if Victor ends up pulling the rug out from under him. If Victor decides to ship Matt Clark out of town before Nick gets his revenge, Nick might actually snap. Like, permanently. And that is a scary thought. So, yeah, that is where we are at. A completely chaotic, emotional roller coaster of a week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Whose side are you on? Victor or Nick? Was Lily too hard on Devin? Or did he deserve every single word? And what do you think Noah's risky new business is? I need to hear your theories, because my brain is just spinning with all of this. I am going to go take a nap and try to process this episode. I'll see you guys in the next update.